This shot might be the most heartbreaking moment for Ding Junhui. After Barry Hawkins sunk the blue, the cue ball canonied off two cushions, getting perfect position on the deadly pink. Ding saw what was happening, and couldn't help but take a deep breath. He was now facing match point against him. If Hawkins could pull off this clearance, Ding would be knocked out in front of everyone. However, just when all the spectators had given up hope, the table delivered an unexpected twist. That match-winning pink somehow missed the target. At the crucial moment, Hawkins finally cracked under pressure. The dejected player looked absolutely devastated. His head hung low in silence, showing deep frustration. Fortunately, the final positions of both balls didn't leave an opening for his opponent. Ding stepped up to the table needing to stay razor-sharp. Even though he'd gotten a brief reprieve, the massive point deficit still meant no room for relaxation. Facing a layout with no clear attacking chances, Ding decided to use his trademark safety play to wait for an opportunity. Although this pink safety didn't successfully hide behind the black, the current effect was enough to give him solid control of the match tempo. At this do-or-die moment, any tiny mistake could lead to heartbreaking defeat. For that reason, to not let down the home crowd behind him, playing on home soil, Ding had to give everything he had. Even when facing the biggest setbacks, he would never back down. Hawkins definitely deserved his consistent top 16 world ranking. With an extreme thin cut, he perfectly escaped trouble, cleverly throwing the problem right back at his opponent. Although fans often joke that Hawkins is Ronnie O'Sullivan's personal practice partner, against every other player besides O'Sullivan, he's absolutely a formidable competitor. Since turning professional, while he lacks the natural gifts of O'Sullivan and Ding Junhui, his deep love for snooker has driven him to work tirelessly. Though his peak potential might be limited, you have to admit, Hawkins is definitely one of today's elite players. Pretty disappointing. This attacking shot was clearly off target, but thankfully, both balls ended up in safe positions. However, Hawkins returning to his seat looked worried sick. That trademark bitter smile appeared once again. Now all the pressure was squarely on Ding's shoulders. Could he pull off an incredible comeback? Let's keep watching to find out. A classic 5-cushion long-distance safety shot. The final positions were virtually flawless, but there was still one small shortcoming. He didn't manage to create a proper snooker. When matches reach this intense stage, it's not just about technical ability. Mental strength and handling pressure become the deciding factors. Every single mistake directly impacts the final outcome. No problem at all. Facing this risky scoring opportunity, Ding didn't rush into action. Instead, he wisely chose the safest defensive strategy to bide his time. But the one regret was, slightly heavy contact left the pink exposed for a long pot. Fortunately, this chance wasn't easy to take. The pink was at an extremely awkward angle. The cue ball bridge was also really uncomfortable. Under these conditions, no player would attempt such a desperate shot, because the consequences of missing would be too severe. But surprisingly, the anxious Hawkins made a bold decision at this critical juncture. 3 consecutive attacking failures completely shattered Hawkins' confidence. This time he even gift-wrapped an easy ball over the pocket. Watching his own costly mistakes unfold, Hawkins felt unprecedented frustration, but there was nothing he could do. He could only quietly wait for this frame's defeat. The moment that crucial pink found the pocket, the crowd erupted in thunderous applause and cheers. They simply couldn't believe it. At such a desperate moment, Ding had somehow pulled off this stunning comeback.